Okay, I'm back. I had a couple drams of that Solera vatting from Glenfiddich because it was nice and it went down so smooth and easy. I have another 15-year-old right here. This is a Glenlivet 15, and it says the French Oak Reserve on there. I'm going to, well, first get rid of the dust that's on there and open it up. What's the trick to this one? Looks like there's a trick here. This looks like some hefty box. Hefty box. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is special. Glenlivet. I forgot that Glenlivet did this. There's nothing left in here. Okay, now we've got a whole paper thing to unwrap. Oh, there. That looks lovely. Let's open that up first before we do any reading of what's going on the packaging. I got the V-shaped thing, and it peels right off easily. Yeah, that's nice. That was almost like giving birth to take the Glenlivet out of the paper. It's a touch of class. They do that even for the entry-level 12-year-old. And here we go. Okay. Oh, I was generous. So what? I'm having a nice Sunday afternoon here. It's 3 o'clock. And what does it say on the box? If we can read anything on there. It says, uh-oh, marketing alert. Here we go. High up in the remote area of Glenlivet, George Smith was the first to produce a whiskey of such exceptional quality that it went on to define the taste of Speyside. His definitive single malt inspired so many other distilleries to adopt the appellation Glenlivet that it became known as the longest glen in Scotland. In 1884, a legal agreement was reached to distinguish Smith's original whiskey by referring to it exclusively as the Glenlivet. Okay. I've read that somewhere before. And here it says, wild location, found the perfect conditions to craft the definitive single malt. The Glenlivet 15-year-old, the French Oak Reserve, the selective maturation is new French oak casks made from Limousin oak, creates a characterful and unique expression. Okay. And this is the Glenlivet 15. That's all it says on the box. Like so. The bottle like so. Now does it say anything extra on there? Probably the same thing as on the box. Wild location, yeah, okay. Product of Scotland, 15 years of age, 40% alcohol by volume, and 750 milliliters. Is there anything on the back? Not much, except return for refund where applicable. 26. Oh, it even says the date of bottling. 2016-08-23, so the 23rd of August at 6:26 p.m. LPCK 1567. Wow, that's cool. It even says the date of bottling and the time, and there is a famous no pregnancy symbol right there, so don't get pregnant. You won't get pregnant by drinking this. I think that's what it means. Okay. So, new virgin French oak. What did I pay? This is the Glenlivet 15. Okay, $79.99, and that translates to exactly $91.99. So $92 Canadian dollars. Plus, of course, the 10-cent bottle deposit. So $92.09, but we round up, so it's $92.10 because we don't have pennies anymore. If you're Canadian, you'll understand what I'm talking about, but no one else in the world most likely will. I'm getting a fresh malty note. I'm definitely getting something from the wood. It's like it's a bit sweet. Sweet and malty. Okay. Vanilla. Here's vanilla, 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 vanilla. A lot of vanilla on this one. And now it's coming through. I didn't know what it was at first, but now it's manifesting itself as vanilla. It's definitely that vanilla. My nose seems to have cleared out now. I think I'm shooting with both barrels now. I can get a heavy vanilla. There's a little something else in there with that vanilla. And I'm trying to pinpoint what it is. I get the wood. I get a little bit of what sawdust maybe. But it's a sweet sawdust, if that makes any sense. And vanilla. Lots of vanilla. And sawdust. And I'm not getting a lot of fruity notes. Not getting a lot of caramel or toffee either, just a lot of vanilla. Fair bit of vanilla with my sawdust. Wait. There's something else there. It smells strangely enough like cosmetics, like lipstick. You know, when I was a kid, my mother had this lipstick, and you know, she'd turn the little thing at the bottom, and then the lipstick would stick its tip out. And this smells a little bit like my mother's lipstick when I was a little kid. I must have been maybe 4 or 5 years old. She had this lipstick, and that's what it smells like to me. Okay, well, I'm going to give it a taste now that we're already 8 minutes in. Oh, what was it? 1 second for every year in the cask. Okay, that Limousin oak. That Limousin oak does have a sweetish, not Swedish as in Sweden, but sweetish taste to it. It's dry now. It's very dry now that it has left my mouth. I'm not getting a lot of fruits. Said that it's aged in Limousin. 40%. That's why the flavor isn't all that big. And I'm getting some of that sawdust and sweetness from the Limousin. Now, after I've tasted it, I'm nosing again, and I'm getting some fruits. Light fruits, just ripe. Granny Smith apples. I wasn't getting those at first. At first, I was just getting the Limousin sweetness from the cask. Yeah, apples. Maybe some pears. Yeah. Now the notes from the wood, from the Limousin, the sweet notes from the wood are sort of moving aside like that, and they're letting some apples and pears come in. Maybe it's a bit spicy as well from the fresh Limousin casks. It's different. And now it's changing too. As I'm nosing now after I've tasted it, I'm not getting a lot of that heavy vanilla kind of thing I was getting earlier. Yeah, pears and something sweet. Once again from the Limousin cask, it's coming back. Maybe a bit of lemon pledge. You know, lemon pledge was that stuff they used to polish furniture with. There's a bit of that in there. And this is getting better as it opens up a little. Do I dare put any water in there? No, it's 40% already. It's already light. This is definitely a nice summer dram. A little sweet, a little woody, but the wood is a sweet wood. Some pears and apples, but not spicy. I'm not getting the cinnamon that I usually associate with apples. Usually apples and cinnamon go together. I'm not getting the cinnamon with the apple. It's just apples. Granny Smith apples, little green apples, but they are ripe. It's light, it's airy, it's easy drinking, with just a little bit of a sting at the end. There's like a slight bitterness of tannins from the oak. Now in the aftertaste, I'm getting a little bit of bitterness, which I didn't get before. Now that I'm concentrating on the aftertaste, there is a bitterness in there. It's not unpleasant. It's a very slight bitterness. It's not like it's really not unpleasant at all. This is well crafted. This is subtle too. It's not going to overpower you. Okay, just before the very end, it's like soft water. It's like a little bit alkaline, a little bit slippery in the mouthfeel. It's not thick and chewy, it's slippery and light. And there's that little bit of bitterness again at the end. It's very harmoniously put together. I would recommend this, and you know, I have a feeling that it's going to get better as it ages. It's going to get more more tasty, more interesting, and more lovely as it goes along. And on that note, sláinte.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.